Hello everybody. Like so many other comedian wannabes, I've spent a good deal of time working in restaurants to make any significant amount of money. My experiences about which I wish to speak stem from working in bars and restaurants located in some of Canada's more popular tourist traps, like Old Quebec and Quebec City. Working at a restaurant in a tourist sector can be quite interesting and fulfilling, especially for a polyglot.
This guy took a Spanish course once, so now he thinks he's a polyglot.
You get to meet a lot of people from around the world, the majority of whom are quite polite, charming, and just generally really cool. And they often make the job so much fun that it doesn't even seem like work at all. Even the Americans. In fact, and as a side note, the stereotype that many Canadians have towards the Yanks is quite unfair. Most of those who visit Canada are quite a nice bunch. It's the Mexicans, rather, who seem to be the unfortunate recipients of most of the USA's douchebags.
Mexico has to put up with a lot of Canada's douchebags, too.
Anyway, this video has absolutely nothing to do with all those nice people I just told you about, because this would be the net result.
Hiya, blonde squarehead.
Oh, hi there, brunette squarehead.
How was work today?
Well, it was nifty. I went there, I served some food, I served some drinks, and everyone was really cool. Then I went home.
Oh, okay. Well, see you then.
Cheerio, man. So now, instead of that, this video will present a few anecdotes about the more interesting people who make life more fascinating for those who work in the hospitality industry. And we shall begin with the French. Eastern Canada receives a lot of tourists from France. I suspect that one reason for this is because they know they can likely get served in French just about anywhere they go. This is especially appealing to some of them because instead of embarrassing themselves by butchering English somewhere in Western Canada or the United States, they get to embarrass themselves here by displaying what pompous asshats they are when they go out of their way to tell us that Canadians don't speak French the same way that they do, and that they speak le vrai français quoi. Anyhow, these guys trip hard on bread. The French obsession with bread in restaurants is borderline fantastical. If the server doesn't immediately bring some bread to the table, French clients can get pretty vociferous about it.
Hey, you did not bring any bread already to the tables and hummus postitz sandwich.
Well, hey, you know, it is after all a sandwich. The bread that we use to make it isn't ornamental. You are allowed to eat it. I swear, even if they were to show up at a restaurant solely to steal sugar packets from the unoccupied tables, they would still insist that they be brought some bread. Another group of interesting folks are those who think that waiters and waitresses have magical powers and can transmogrify whatever the kitchen prepared for the day into whatever the customer desires.
Like, what's your soup of the day?
Madam, it is chicken noodle.
Like, I don't want that. Do you have tomato soup?
No, I'm afraid not. We've but what's on the menu, which does not include tomato soup.
Like, maybe you didn't understand. I want tomato soup.
Ma'am, you may repeat that all you like. The fact will still remain that we've no tomato soup.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna, need tomato soup.
Right then, if you like, I suppose I could run some tomato juice through the coffee maker. If this happens to be the kind of client that you are when you go to a bar or restaurant, please listen up. You need to chill out. I should recommend visiting your neighborhood drug dealer and purchasing some hash. Take the hash home to your kitchen, put the hash on the side on the counter, then take 2 butter knives and heat them red hot on one of your stove's elements. Once the knives are good and hot, remove them from the element and shove them straight into your eyeballs. Moving along, sometimes I had the pleasure of dealing with some pretty charming Anglophone fellows who would inquire as to which French language locutions might well serve them to woo the fairest sex of Canada's French Canadians. It generally wasn't a big deal to inform them whether what they found on Google Translate was bullshit or not.
Hello, Mr. Barman.
Yes?
Could you tell me, shall I do well to say to a French Canadian woman, vous êtes belle comme une fleur?
Well, it's not very creative, but it's certainly a lot classier than some other lines I've heard. I say go for it. Anyhow, I know that telling you about well-spoken nice guys is not so much fun. I only bring them up for contextual juxtaposition. Whom I really want to tell you about are the going-out-to-get-laid frat boys I've had the pleasure of dealing with from time to time. These outspoken mouth-breathing exponents of sexual conquest were always fun to fuck with.
Hey, bruh, how to pick up a French chick?
Well, my dear sir, were I you, and wishing to endeavor such a project, I should first recommend that you go to France for a French chick.
Like, nah, bruh, I want to bang a chick from here. How to tell a chick she's sexy in French?
Oh, that's quite simple. Tu es sexy en français.
Nah, bruh, you're fucking with me. What's the real way?
Yeah, you're right. What I truly meant is that if you really want to get down with a French-Canadian chick, you should use these lines. Salut, je m'appelle Sacoche de Shower. Tu ferais bien d'appeler la police tout de suite avant que je ne te viole.
Right on, bruh.
You bet, brah. Another jackass whom one could often find in the restaurant was me, the waiter. Oftentimes, a client would pose a perfectly reasonable question, and for doing such he or she would be rewarded with this nonsense.
Excuse me, is it possible to get this salad without black olives?
I'm sorry, but no, we're all out of black olives. Could we perhaps offer you the salad without green olives instead? This last scenario is one that just about anyone who's ever worked the closing shift in any restaurant or bar can relate to.
Hey,
Hello?
are you clothed?
Oh, no, not at all. What can I get for you?
Can I get a beer?
Yeah, why not? I'll be right back. Hey dude, may I please borrow the confetti gun for a sec?
Yeah, sure.